Hello, 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 hello. Hopefully somebody will come in since I scheduled this live. I know a lot of people are busy during the day because of working. Um, so I'm going to put myself on here. I'll turn the sound down over here. Okay. So I guess be sure as you're coming in to like and subscribe. Well, like and share this out to get as many people as we can. So today I'm drinking some root beer. I will try to have some tea made for Thursday, which I'm planning on doing a live on my other channel, Luann's Kitchen, just a FYI. I guess only me is coming in. My other me. I'm me, the main me. So I'm going to wait and see if anybody else comes in besides me. I'm going to have to turn myself over because it's kind of distracting. Got my phone here and going to do that on Thursday. My plan is to tell Mom's story on my other channel. And maybe drink some sweet tea or go get me a Diet Pepsi. That was her drink, was Diet Pepsi. It is really, really hot outside. We need rain. I set up a goal for myself for this channel to try to do a mama's recipe on Mondays. On Tuesdays, that's up in there, maybe a short, but I'm going to try to do a live around this time. So when I leave this live, I will try to schedule a live. I want to get my hours up. And my goal is to get monetized. It would be nice to get monetized by the end of the year, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. And then Thursday is usually garden content. That's my plan. And to miscellaneous Thursday, pretty much. That's what it's going to be. Well, I guess nobody's going to come in other than me, my other me. So I guess I'll be talking by myself. But that's all right. I talk to myself anyway. When I'm filming, you're basically talking to yourself until you get it all edited and put into a video. And Friday will stay Recipe Friday. There may be video on Saturday or Sunday, but it'll be a short or something that I've scheduled out. So I am a little hoarse. I weeded in my garden this morning really quick. My goal for my garden is to get one bed weeded and mulched and added. I'm working on the tomato beds, the 4 by 16 foot beds. I've got one half weeded. My goal is to get it ready for next year. That is my goal. I'm going to try to buy some more garlic. I did go and purchase some garlic at a discount store, and I planted that. So hopefully that will do good. So, and my plan for this channel for the Recipe Fridays, as of right now, except October. October will be totally different because October is Chili Fest. My plan is to um, pull out one of my Better Homes and Gardens cookbooks and hopefully find a menu that I like and then put a recipe from that menu every Friday and maybe a Saturday or two. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm excited for Chili Fest. I need to start doing those videos. I got my Fall Fest video entry video. Some of it's done, but not all of it. I ain't got my other me's video done, but that is coming. I will be participating in Fall Fest again. And I looked it up, and I think Miss Gail's been doing it since 2021. Don't quote me on that, but other than that, that's what's going on. Like I said, I'm gonna try to make Tuesday lives, and I'm trying to make a goat video at least once a month. I'm gonna try to get this thing rolling. If nobody comes in, I'm not going to do 2 hours like I did the last time. Woohoo! Got somebody in here. Hello, whoever you are. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you very, very much. Like I said, I'm trying to get my hours up because it would be nice to be monetized by end of the year. That would be really, really great. But it is what it is. I would have done it last week, but I had an appointment. I had health issues. Still going on a little bit, not a whole lot. Being lightheaded, dizzy headed, my blood pressure, it was low. But once we got to the doctor's office, it wasn't that bad. And they didn't mention anything. It just said, oh, we think it's inner ear and go get some therapy. And here's some exercises to do. And of course, my insurance isn't going to pay for therapy, which, I don't think I did some of the exercises. And it wasn't really that bad. The exercises basically is to tilt your head back and then tilt it up, turn your head, and then turn your other head, and then take your finger and follow it with your eyes and put it on your nose. I don't know how that's going to fix inner ear problems, but there was no infection, so that was good. I was someone told me to take a washcloth and get it damp and warm and put it on my ear and then tilt it. So I did that a little bit too. It seemed to help a little bit. I think my inner ear issues was because of the drainage in the back of my throat, nasal drainage. But other than that, that's the only thing been going on. I'm going to try to do, like I said, one of my 4x16 foot beds cleaned out, put some the dirt that I purchased, put some compost in there, and somehow cover it so the chickens won't get in there and scratch around. That is my goal for the week besides getting the recipes done. I may not finish the Three Rivers Every Bit Counts. I did notice there was a turkey in the freezer, so we're going to have turkey tomorrow, and my plan is with that is to take the meat off and then can it, but I do have a recipe I'm going to make with the turkey Thursday with some of the left for, and that recipe will be on Luann's Kitchen next month. So let me show you what I did. I wrote out.
First alert, Chief Meteorologist Rob Hurst. A new station alert has arrived for your area.
I wrote out like each month, like September, and I put what I need to do for that day. Like, I'm gonna look at like on Thursdays, I'm gonna try to show a garden update, which beds I've cleaned out, if I succeeded in my cleaning out my beds, and then of course the 15th, I'm gonna try to research a chicken breed and get back on track with all that. And of course my Fall Fest commercial and the Fall Fest entry video. And I wrote down like on the side here, on Fridays is recipes, recipe Friday. On Mondays it's going to try to be mom's recipe. I haven't really wrote down what recipes I'm doing on that. I know the month of October will be Chili Fest. I will be pulling out my chili cookbook and trying some more recipes out of that. On Luann's Kitchen, I did write recipes down. For the most part, I got all the ones I'm going to make for the Community Cookbook Club. And of course, the bread I'm going to do something different with the bread recipes on that channel. Excuse me. And then I took my recipes and I wrote down the ingredients I need that I'm going to make this week. Well, part of them were for next week. Next Friday on this channel. I like to fix it where there's, let me see, how many recipes did I say I was going to make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 recipes, because there was a menu in the back of the book I pulled out of my Better Homes and Gardens that I would like to do it's like a salad. I might have to move this salad deal, a salad buffet type thing. I may make the 2 breads. I may make them ahead of time, but that is the plan. So for the month of September, I will pull out another Better Homes and Garden book, and I will look at and find a menu I like that I can get the ingredients for most of them, and then every Friday I will try to do a recipe. And I am planning on making a cookbook. I know I got a notebook going with handwritten recipes for mom's recipes. I may do that a little bit different next year for this channel. I'm not 100% on that. But my plan is to make a cookbook. May just do a little canning pamphlet. I'm still working on finding a publisher and getting all the recipes together. Or I may start next year in January and put all those recipes together and then make a cookbook. I'm not 100% on that, except for the canning recipes. And I know I wrote them down. Let me see. I had them all. I have over 150, about 190 recipes I've made on this channel. I did write it down. A lot of canning recipes, But I didn't have that many. Well, no, this is the wrong sheet. I had so many papers that I wrote. Um, so many papers I wrote. But there's about 190, 200 recipes that I've had on this channel. And that is a lot of recipes to find. At least that's my goal, is to have a cookbook up and be able to, everybody be able to purchase it next year. Um, so I'm just rambling on here. But that is the plan to do. But next Friday, I'm going to try to make have a video with 7 recipes. And then if we celebrate our anniversary partially this weekend, then I am going to do a couple little short videos, like 4, and then put it all together and make it for uh, next, not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday. It's just an idea I had. If we go ahead and do it, I'm not 100% if we're going to do that or not. And that scripture that is scrolling across the bottom, the ticker, it was posted up at our church, and I thought that was a pretty good scripture, and that's why it's scrolling across. And if somebody is watching this on TV, I appreciate you. I really, really do. But other than that, it's the only thing going on. It's hot. We need rain. We did get a quick shower yesterday. Wasn't enough. We would probably benefit if we had a slow, steady rain for 3 or 4 days. Hello, whoever came in. I appreciate you coming in. If you want to. Oh, I lost them. Don't know where they went. Who knows? So, just rambling. So, if anybody, whoever watches this, just to be watching it to help me with my hours or to my channel, I appreciate you watching it. The replay team. That is what I call them, the replay team. But that's the only thing going on. So I know we're going to have enchiladas tonight, enchilada casserole. And you will see that video on the other channel, the other me, Luann's Kitchen. But I need to start looking at chili recipes for the month of October, because I do have Chili Fest coming up. And I'm making something for Fall Fest for the grand prize winner, making an Afghan. And I'm debating whether or not I want purple in it. It's browns and orange, and I'm debating whether or not purple would look good in it. I'm not 100%. I may add the purple and see how I like it, and then if I don't like it, take the purple out and just put the orange back in, the orange and brown. Because I know the very first year I participated in Fall Fest, I gave an Afghan away. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that, and starting in January, on Wednesdays, I will try to do a craft. And I want to kind of keep Sundays for church. And I'm thinking about on Sundays not being on social media, but I'm not, I still, as a content creator, I have to, sort of. But that's just what I'm thinking about. And I'm thinking about maybe bringing back the photo a day thing in January, but having it on Saturdays instead of Sundays, and leave Sunday um, just for church stuff. Which, I'm glad I'm able to go back. Been going back to church, and it feels really good. I know winter's coming up, and there will be days where I can't get out because of weather, snow, ice. I'm not looking forward to that. And hubby got which I got a video coming up probably Thursday, talking a little bit about it. Thursday will be Miscellaneous Thursday. I'm going to be showing a little bit of my garden, um, and a little bit of other stuff, whatever. I'm working on weeding around the greenhouse so I can just throw the plastic on. And I'm sorry whoever left. I'm just rambling on. If you would have said something, I could have talked and, had something very interesting, hopefully. I know I got myself on the other channel. I'm going to say hello to little May. Trying to make this last an hour, but if nobody's going to come in other than myself, the other me, then I don't know if we will be able to keep it up, talk for an hour. Let me organize my booty. Woo! I went bye-bye for a minute. Hello, whoever came in. I appreciate you coming in. But that is what I'm thinking, except for the month of October. I'm going to bring out, for the month of September, I'm going to pull out one of my Better Homes and Gardens books and look up, do a menu, find a menu on there and work on them and have those recipes on Fridays. But month of October is Chili Fest. So we'll just see how that goes. And Chili Fest is where you can make a pot of chili, whether slow cooker or on the stove or in the oven, because I know you can make chili in the oven. I've seen recipes like that. Using chili powder, I'm expanding it to that. You can make a recipe using hot chilies. You can make chili sauce. It's endless what you could do with chilies. You can make a dish using the little can of the little chilies. You could can some jalapenos, or cowboy candy. All different kinds of things you can do using Chili Fest, and may or may not have a giveaway on that. I'm not 100%, depending on financial stuff that's going on at that time. Because, after this month, gearing up for Christmas. And on my other channel, I am already sort of kind of thinking Christmas, sort of kind of. And of course, so that is why I'm doing salads for the rest of the month. I got a salad recipe that I'm going to do for Friday, which I think I got that already filmed. Let me see. Let me check. Because I wrote down everything that I made. Yes. I got it wrote down. I don't know if I got it up and scheduled for Friday, but I wrote down like the whole calendar of and what needs to be done for every day. Like I said, Mondays will be try to do mom's recipes. And then Tuesdays alive. If I ain't got anything, appointment or anything, which I'm going to try to make most of my appointments on Fridays. so my hubby can go with me. Fridays are usually me and hubby time. There is a local place that we go out. We've been going to eat. We won't do that this Friday because we'll be out and about. Have a birthday party to go to this weekend and kind of save a little bit of money on that. And then Thursdays, I'm going to be miscellaneous Thursdays. I will show my garden. Try to. And then, of course, the 15th is a chicken breed, which I need to pick up that breed, figure out what breed, about the history and all that. And then, of course, October is Chili Fest. And then November is Pie November, which I'm going to pick out some pies and maybe some other things. But the rest of this month will be salads. My plan is to make 7 recipes for next Friday. We'll see how that one goes. I may split them and add some to, because I didn't have very many salads on my deal. So this is what I'm planning on making for next Friday. A vegetable soup, creamy cheese soup, quick tarragon rolls, Adamana breadsticks. I don't have a lot of bread on my channel. That's why I decided to go ahead and do those. The salad bar platter, fruited chicken salad, which I want to use either my canned chicken or some of the turkey from that, and tortellini spinach salad. But and then tomorrow, my plan is, well, tonight I'm going to make enchilada casserole. And then tomorrow, my plan is to make dressing, which I've never made this recipe before. Shoe peg corn salad and a corn relish. I may make the corn relish today. And then Thursday, I'm going to make turkey salad tacos. And those recipes, hold on. My eye itches. The recipe that I'm making for next Friday will be the easy veg soup, the creamy cheese soup, the tarragon rolls, breadsticks. Hello, Nancy. How you doing? And then I lost my train of thought. Okay. And the salad bar platter, fruited chicken salad, which I may use the turkey. I'm not 100%. And tortellini spinach and spinach salad. Yes, I think so too. I thought it sounded good, but but that is what I want to do, is to pull out a Better Homes and Gardens cookbook on this channel and pick out a menu. Yeah, Nancy, I'm going to try to do a live around this time every Tuesday unless there's something going on. So I know, how can I put this without, I love my mama. I have to say that up front. I love my mama so much. I miss her, but now that she's gone, I miss her every day. I miss her birthday was hard. Christmas is going to be hard without her. But knowing that the last 3 years has been rough, because until I put her in the nursing home, yes, I had I had to do that because taking her back and forth to the ER was not the answer, because we'd go to the ER because she didn't feel good, and that was her reasoning behind going to the ER. So, but it feels like there's been a huge weight. I mean, there's still stuff coming in that is for her and her estate, but it feels like there's a little bit of weight that has been lifted off of me, because it's hard when, how can I put this? Um, when your mom, when you're being raised, your mom is your parent, but when they get to a certain point, you turn around and you're the parent to your own parent, if that makes sense. And that was, it's like a weight that's been lifted off. Um, it's hard, but yet it's not. I mean, there's stuff. I'm going through her papers, and yes, I didn't just throw them away. I want to go through them just in case there's something that I need to keep, or I want to keep, or I want to send it to one of my brothers or whatever. So it's hard to do that. And neither one of my brothers are talking to me because they didn't agree with everything I did. I probably won't never get to see them again. So I lost my mom, but I also lost my brothers because they didn't agree with everything that I did, which is hard. And I felt like everything I did was the right thing to do. So, I know it was the right thing to do. And I know my mom is proud of me for everything I did. So, which was very, very hard. That last week was, the last few months, last September has been hard. Not to say any of the other was hard. Not hard, but it was. Sorry about this. But there's still things that just gets me. I'm still getting her mail because when I put her in the nursing home. So, yes, I did what was best for mom. Yep, I did. I did. I'm hoping one day my brothers will understand that. So, I'm hoping that they do. And I know I got an envelope that I'm putting stuff in to send to one brother, because I feel like he needs it. And I know there will be a box because there's stuff that's in my garage that needs to go to the one brother. I got both our addresses. I still need to send. I'm going to send them a Christmas card. I think that would be what mom would want. I may send the Christmas card in with the one brother's stuff, because my garage is full of her stuff. And there's papers down there besides papers in the house. And my mama saved everything. And I do mean everything. Everything. So, and I know I found some little charms. I'm going to be um, giving all her. I'm going to get one of the charms. I got to get a necklace, um, a chain, and then both of my. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think he's the one brother. He did not. He did not go and see up to see her when the funeral was. At the funeral, he stayed in the back. His daughter was there. They stayed in the back. His grandkids were there. They stayed in the back. Um, Neither one of them said a word, not one word to me. And I know the one brother was drinking, and I felt so at the funeral there was so much division. Um, I don't know. I just have a keen. Sometimes I have that keen sense, but you know, the one brother I begged that last Sunday. I begged both of them to call me, and I put him on speaker and tell her that it was okay to go on. And I feel the reason why she lingered, and because the staff at the nursing home thought she should have went that weekend, um, before the Tuesday before she passed. She should have been gone that weekend, but I feel like she lingered because she was waiting for my brothers to come see her. I think that is the reason why, but I'm not 100%. Um, I feel the person on the other side of the bed, that I could feel them there. I couldn't see them, but I felt them there. I felt was my daddy. And I feel like it was my daddy that last day. And he said, "Come on, Linda. Come on. Them boys ain't coming. Aunt told you. Come on." So I feel that's what he was telling her. So, but it is what it is. And I agree with you, Nancy. They wasn't mad at me. They was mad at themselves for, yeah. And I agree. My aunt sent me a card, and I agree with her completely that we need to get along. Mom would have wanted, but it is what it is. So, and I know next month is Apple Festival. I will be going, and also there's a reunion, and my plan is to go to finish giving Mom's quilts to her other brother, and her other sisters that haven't gotten one yet. And that is my doing, giving the quilts, Mom's quilts out, and I will start in January. Wednesdays will be a craft day on this channel, and maybe on the other channel. Well, no, not on the other channel. Um, I will pick another day other than Sunday next year. So, and I will be bringing Linda's Quilting Corner to showing her quilts, and maybe doing a little bit of quilting myself. I'm not very good at it. I did get the little froggy embroidery blocks done. I'm slowly working through the embroidery. I take spells where I do embroidery. I take spells where I do crochet, which right now I'm crocheting an Afghan, browns, orange, maybe purple too. That will be given away as a grand prize for Fall Fest. Uh, so let me get it real quick. It is. I'm thinking about adding purple to this. Nancy, what do you think? Should I add purple to this? Because I'm thinking it's a chevron Afghan. I do this at night. Oh, pink. I'm thinking about adding purple to that, but I'm not 100%. Yeah, I change my crafts all the time. Take spells while I do embroidery, take spells while I do crochet, take so. But the beginning of January, um, biggest part of Linda's quilting corner will be little shorts because I'm making shorts of her quilts, just to have them out there and show, her quilts. So I may get a bunch of photos of all her quilts, um, that she's done and do a short of that. I'm thinking maybe because I know, or the quilts that she loved because she would take photos of quilts that she liked instead of having, if she didn't have the pattern, she would take it home, take the photo, and then she would, um, figure out the block herself. She was very smart in that way, even though she only had an eighth grade education. Um, so, and my daddy went to school longer than that. I mean, I think he quit like in the 10th or 11th grade, somewhere in there. And his birthday's coming up as well, um, which is also my granddaughter's birthday. Uh, the one well, I have two granddaughters and three fur grandbabies. So, and I think there's one male fur baby and two female fur babies. Yeah. So, but that is what I'm thinking. Starting next year in January. And I know on No, it's not a dark purple, Nancy. It's like a variegated type thing. And then that way I won't use as much of the brown because the brown is like $7 or $8 for a skin. Let me see if I can. It is like this, and it has lighter, like a lavender shade, like that. But I'm thinking of adding that to that and see what it looks like. But that's what I'm thinking of doing, that, adding purple to it. I know the brown is like a variegated, just like the purple. Something, I love these like yarns like this. This is Red Heart yarn. And then the orange is the Walmart brand. So that's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to try to get that done before I start anything else. So that is a go. That is a go anyway. So, and I'm thinking on my lives towards the end, I'm going to read something out of the Bible, a chapter, knowing that the saying, Psalm 113:3. I'm going to read Psalm 113. It just feels like something I need to do. And I did win, um, I'm on library thing, and I do trying to get all my cookbooks, which the only problem is I keep buying more, and getting them all on there. And there is a deal on library thing where you can win a book. Um, I know I got preferences cookbooks. I've won one cookbook, um, and but not. And then I won this in the month of August. I won a, uh, devotional type book. So, which me and my daughter was doing, which I forgot. Did I read that? No, I finished that. Never mind. We was doing a, on an app, um, Bible app. There was oh a devotional type thing doing that. So the oldest daughter, the youngest daughter, she works. all the time. But then again, she takes travel. She does. Her and her husband have a travel TikTok, which they do on that, which they need to do more. Figure out, go to Branson and check things out down there, different travel things, which I thought, uh, me and my husband have thought of doing um, a travel video, but it is of Branson and it involves Silver Dollar City, but also involves another, just a piece of Silver Dollar City, or Steal Your Dollar City, like a lot of the people around here call it. But it's just one little section, and then kind of do a little history using that one section and show where that person lived. But that's as far as it's gotten, so can't afford to go to Silver Dollar City, let alone going to getting a season pass. I wish I could afford it, but I have nobody to go with me now. I know the one year that we went, my oldest got me a season pass, me and my mom. Well, we went down there several times, so, which was good. I'm glad I had that time, because we would go and check out the quilt store and that they had down there, and then me and mom would go and look at the Christmas store, the ornaments, because they have a store down there that's open during certain times of the year at Silver Dollar City, and it had just a bunch of Christmas ornaments, which is really, really cool, all the different ornaments. But which I loved going down there during the Christmas time, because of the big tree at nighttime is beautiful, beautiful, and it has sync with music and how it goes. So, but I do enjoy that, but I don't know if we will make it down there this year or not. So, and I also like going to Dixie Stampede, their Christmas show. Not to say the other ones aren't great, but the the their Christmas show is great as well. So I cannot believe I rambled on for about an hour. Like I said, I'm gonna try to make this an hour and try to get hours up on this channel. So it would be nice to get monetized by the end of the year. So I may try to do a live, but I don't know. I ain't got no baby chicks. I got baby chicks, but they're with mama, and so unless I could set up a live, no, because the internet don't stretch that far. Hubby got a new idea where I won't have to feed the chickens in the morning, so at least to help out with that. So he borrowed it from a friend, so, which I'm going to try to get that video uploaded Thursday, this Thursday, and show you my garden, the weedy mess, and try to prepare for next year's garden. That is my goal, is to get the garden next year where it actually produces. Something told me not to garden this year, but I refused to listen. And I did plant some tomatoes, and it wasn't, I got maybe about a gallon of cherry tomatoes, and that's all I've gotten out of there. So, besides the beauty of the celosia and the coxcomb, which I'm saving seeds for that. So, that is the semifinalist. I think that's what's going to win, is seeds from those. And my hollyhock, that was beautiful. So which I did plant more than that one hollyhock, but they didn't. The little varmint rabbits ate them. So I'm assuming that's what ate it. So, which I need to go harvest some more seeds from that hollyhock and the single pink one that I have. So, but that is what my goals are for this channel for the rest of the year to would like to be monetized. That would be awesome. And also would like uh, Monday's mom's recipes and Tuesday lives and maybe a short. Wednesdays will up in there, and then Thursdays will be miscellaneous Thursday, and of course recipe Fridays. So, well, I hope so too, Nancy. I hope so. I hope so. The seeds I won on a live. I don't remember who I won the seeds from. I've not received them, but hey, our mail is screwy. Sorry, hopefully I'm allowed to say that on YouTube. Oh, wow. That is awesome. My peppers didn't grow this year. I mean, the one Tabasco pepper, what, 3 or 4 peppers. The habanero that I bought only got 1 pepper out of it. So I'm like, this just hasn't been a good garden year. My garden is weedy as a mess. And I will be participating again in Indiana Backyard Gardener, her seed exchange that she did. I'm going to be participating in that again because I loved it. Which I need to organize my seeds and go back through them. And I may give away seeds during Chili Fest. I'm not 100%. And I know the end of the year I will be giving away a spiral notebook for handwritten recipes from Mom's recipes, which I'm on volume 4, 5 of those, and I'm still going through some of those, and I'm not even fully gone through all of those. Because Mom loved recipes, I love recipes, my grandma loved recipes, so I love recipes, period. So I'm going to get my Bible and we are going to read Psalm 113, and I just moved it. So, lost me there for a minute. Hello, Miss Gigi. Thank you for coming in. Even though you was late coming in, but hey, that's all right. It don't matter. I'm going to start trying to do a live every Tuesday on this channel. Hopefully, unless there's things going on that I can't do a live. I'm gonna try to have those scheduled, just FYI. And thank you, Miss Gigi, for coming in. So now I'm going towards the end. I'm going to read Psalm 113, and I am reading out of King James. I'm going to read 1 through 9. There's only 9 verses in Psalm 113. And my Bible said, "Who is like the Lord?" That is what this is called. So, praise ye the Lord. Praise, O ye servants of the Lord. Praise the name of the Lord. Blessed be the name of the Lord from this time forth and forevermore. From the rising of the sun unto the going down of the same, the Lord's name is to be praised. The Lord is high above all nations, and his glory above the heavens. Who is like unto the Lord our God, who dwelleth on high, who humbled himself to behold the things that are in heaven and in the earth? He raises up the poor out of the dust, and lifted the needy out of the dunghill, that he may set him with princes, even with the princes of his people. He make the barren women to keep house, and be a joyful mother of children. Praise ye the Lord. So I thought I would read that. The ticker that's going across is Psalm 113:3. There, when I went to church Sunday, there was a big banner, and that was on there. So I thought I would read that today. I'm going to try to, at the end of every live that I do on Tuesdays, I may do that on Thursdays as well. That's my other me. Read something from the Bible. I think that would be so, because that is part of who I am. I am a Christian, um, and I put God above everything, because He needs to be put above everything. So, with every live, at least on this channel, I'm not done it on the other channel yet. I may go ahead and start doing that as well, and pick a scripture out of there and read it over there on the other me on Thursdays. So, if you don't mind, bow your heads, unless you're doing something that would hurt yourself. I don't want that to happen. So, Lord, I pray, and I want to bless everyone that has come into live today. Lord, I also bless everyone that will watch this at a later date. I ask you to bless them and give them courage. And if they're needing something, I hope you fulfill that need. And Lord, I hope and pray this live was a testament, my testament to you. And I hope that it raises somebody of listening. And I hope and pray it blesses someone. And Lord, I also want to continue to pray for little Miss Scarlett. And I pray that you build her up and you get her up where she is. She gives a testament of her life for you. And I pray that she's shows and says what her testimony is, and I hope it blesses somebody and brings them to you. And Lord, I also pray for all those nurses and the doctors and all those people that are in the hospital. And I pray that you give them blessings and courage and strength to do their jobs. And I pray for all those that are sick, whether they be in the hospital or at home dealing with an illness or dealing with whatever. And Lord, I also pray for my brothers. I pray that they understand, and I pray that we come together as a family. And Lord, I also pray for those farmers that are out in this heat. I pray for their safety and their blessings as well. And Lord, I pray for my little farm. I pray that we get the much needed rain that we need and the area farmers need as well. And Lord, I pray for my strength and the dizziness to completely go away. And Lord, I pray for those that are in need today. And in Jesus' name, amen. So, thank you, everyone that has come into the live. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I am going to end this as soon as it gets to an hour. And like I said, I appreciate any one of you that rewatch this at a later date. And I hope it blesses somebody. Um, So, and I am going, like I said, I'm going to try to do a ticker every time I go live for a different scripture. So thank you, Miss Gigi and Nancy, for coming in, and I will see you next Tuesday or this coming Thursday on the other mini channel. So thank you all. So see y'all later and have a very blessed week. So bye.